Fighting type Pokemon are some of the most aggressive Pokemon in the Pokemon TCG. With low maintenance attacks that only cost 1 or 2 energy but can deal a ton of damage, fighting type decks tend to be some of the fastest and hard hitting decks in Gym Leader Challenge format. Now, if you're new to Gym Leader Challenge, don't worry, it's super easy to get into, the decks are cheap and affordable, and you can play on the Pokemon trading card game online. There's just a few things to keep in mind. A Gym Leader Challenge deck can only be one type, so you can only play one type of Pokemon in your Gym Leader Challenge deck. So you want to pick your favorite, either fighting or fire, lightning, water, whichever you want. The next rule is that there are no rule box Pokemon allowed in Gym Leader Challenge format. So no Pokemon V, GX, EX, Prism Stars, or anything like that. There's also no ancient trait Pokemon or ace spec cards like Computer Search or Dowsing Machine, which really helps keep the price of the format down. And then the final rule is you can only play one of each card in your deck. So each card with the same name, you can only play one of them in your deck. So only one copy of Boss's Orders, only one copy of Professor's Research. And the format is a ton of fun to play. We have a great time playing games in the Tricky Gym Discord. It's a great place to check out if you have questions about the format or want to find somebody to play against. Make sure to check out the Tricky Gym Discord, discord.gg/trickygym. And if you have any more questions about Gym Leader Challenge format, make sure to check out gymleaderchallenge.com, where all of the rules are laid out. And we have a frequently asked questions page where most of the questions that you might be thinking are probably answered. Now let's check out my Fighting Gym Leader Challenge deck. By far the best thing that fighting type Pokemon have going for them in Gym Leader Challenge format is that they have access to a bunch of really cheap attacks that can do a ton of damage, like Donphan from Vivid Voltage with the Earthquake attack for 1 fighting energy. It does 120 damage and then 20 damage to each of your bench Pokemon. Now, usually damaging your own bench Pokemon is a bad thing, but in this fighting type deck, it's a good thing because we have Primeape from Battle Styles with the Steamin' Mad Strike attack, which does 50 damage for each of your bench Pokemon that has any damage counters on it. So it can do 250 damage if you have 5 bench Pokemon, all with damage counters on them, for just 2 fighting energy. And as we take a look around at all the different attackers in this deck, you'll notice that they all have really strong 1 or 2 energy attacks, which makes this deck really fast and really tough to deal with. Now, one of the coolest cards in this fighting type deck is Lunatone from Plasma Storm. Lunatone has the Premonition ability, which allows you to look at the top 2 cards of your deck and put them back on top of your deck in any order. Now, you might be thinking, this is not a very good draw card, and in almost any other type, it wouldn't be. But this is all fighting type Pokemon have to work with, and you'll find playing with Lunatone is way better than playing without Lunatone. Sometimes you'll find that the exact card you need is 2 cards deep instead of just being the next card in your deck, and being able to rearrange those is very good in this fighting type deck. So I definitely recommend trying out Lunatone from Plasma Storm for its Premonition ability. You can search it out with Heavy Ball or Level Ball, so it's super easy to get into play. And then another thing that I really like about fighting type Pokemon is that you have access to Beast Ring, an item card that allows you to search your deck for 2 basic energy if your opponent has 3 or 4 prize cards remaining, and attach it to one of your Ultra Beasts. We've got Buzzwole, who can attack for just 1 energy with Sledgehammer if your opponent happens to be on their 4 prize turn, or it can swing around, which can do 80, 100, or even 120 damage if you're lucky. But Stakataka is the star of the show here. It's an Ultra Beast with 120 hit points, but if your opponent has 3 or fewer prize cards, it has a massive 200 hit points. So a really tough dude to take down at the end of the game, and its top-down attack does a nice 110 damage. Now, one of my favorite new cards from Evolving Skies also happens to be incredible with fighting type Pokemon. Raihan can only be played if one of your Pokemon was knocked out during your opponent's last turn, but it allows you to attach a basic energy from your discard pile to one of your Pokemon and search your deck for whatever card you want and put it into your hand. Raihan is incredible for powering up your 2 energy attacks like Whiscash's Earthquake or Primeape's Steamin' Mad Strike or even Garchomp's Overslice attack. This deck is a ton of fun to play and super fast paced. If you don't know anything about Gym Leader Challenge format and you're like, what in the world is this? Don't worry, it's a lot of fun, and at least check out the gameplay and let me know what you think about the format in the comments below. If you want to read up more, make sure to check out gymleaderchallenge.com, and if you're looking for other people to play Gym Leader Challenge format with, make sure to scope out the Tricky Gym Discord, discord.gg/trickygym. We've got an awesome community there, and we'd love you to be a part of it. Now, check out the gameplay and let me know what you think. Yeah, Tord is the one I played in the Invitational, yes. Feels like forever ago at this point, but you know what's crazy is that the the Players Cup invite was like, the Players Cup invite was like a year ago, over a year ago. So, yeah, how's that for feel bads? Like, that was a year and some months ago. That was almost a year and a half ago. All right, we got Nestball, Ascension, Gossifleur getting the whole squad set up. It's looking like Pokel Hype is having a much better go of it now this time around. It's Nestball and gets... Who do we want to go in with? We've got Donphan and Whiscash. So I think Barboach seems good. And we can Erica's for 5. Excellent. Hoping that my Gible doesn't get knocked out this next turn. That'd be dope. Because I could just Ascension, which would be sweet. I guess I could, yeah, I can Ascension into Garchomp, which is like even better. So yeah, let's get this guy. And then Evolve here. And then we've got Quick Ball. Quick Ball away the basic fighting and get Buzzwole. Could be good. And then I can Ascension into Garchomp. Yeah. That's fine. And then I don't need to Premonition because I'm just going to be shuffling the deck anyway and getting into Garchomp. And here we are. Pretty solid turn 2. Just hoping that the grass deck takes one more turn to really get popping, right? That would be ideal. Obviously, the grass deck can really spring into action very quickly, but yeah, this is fine. Just a poke for 40. We can live with that, most definitely. Copycat for 5, Marnie for 5. It's not really a big deal either way. We've got enough energy attached, so I'm thinking I can afford to. My opponent didn't like do too much, so I'm not really going to. Do I want a Marnie? They didn't do the most. Yeah, so we'll Ultra Ball away those and get Whiscash. And then Copycat. Cool. We've got Brooklet Hill. It's Brooklet Hill for probably, yeah, the Mankey. And that way I can retreat and damage like all my own guys. We'll level ball to thin the deck one more card. And then stack the deck. And we want Guzma, I believe. Yeah, that's good. And then Earthquake. Cool. And then with Guzma next turn, I can target down whoever I want. Ooh, we've got Juniper too. It's good. And now that all my guys on my bench are damaged, the Primeape can do like infinite damage as well. Thank you, Skinny, for that raid. The Party F5, appreciate you, Skinny Stream. Now here's Gossifleur. Up with its energy. Marnie, okay, I'll get my hand reset. I'm actually kind of happy about that because I don't want to Juniper away my B-string. Which is good. All right, Turffield Stadium. That's fine. We've got Guzman, Korrina, and Bruno. And the Primeape. Primeape is like exactly who I want to see. I did unfortunately have to get rid of my Raihan, which is like the only energy acceleration in this deck. Venusaur makes it so that all the grass energy count is 2. Grookey can turn into Thwackey. Right, evolve into Thwackey. Rillaboom. Once the Rillaboom Venusaur engine is set up, this engine is very difficult to compete with, but you can see that like we're set up so fast though, right? That by the time that the grass deck is actually up and going, we're going to have taken a few prizes. Right? So the grass deck, in every game that I've played today against grass, the grass deck has been playing from behind against the fighting deck. I mean, that's like almost every deck that you play against with the fighting deck. Like, your opponent's almost always playing from behind because the fighting deck takes prizes so quickly. So the fighting deck is really going to punish any and all inconsistency, you know, in your opponent's deck building. That's for sure. So I think that we can kind of just go for the greedy play. There's not really anything that I turbo need. So I could just go for this Thwackey and then Premonition and take the energy next turn. And Earthquake to remove that consistency option from the board. And then I've got Stone Energy and Bruno and Korrina. So that we can just definitely respond this next turn. I've got Garchomp, which is great for responding. I can Korrina for Versa Seeker. That's like a cool play because I've got Raihan in the discard pile, right? And that's just such a good card for this fighting deck to help it stream attackers turn after turn. All right, the Forest, though, with the Revitalizer. Oh, Pokeel Hype seems to have the Gnar. There we go, Thwackey. And the Boomer. Wow. Look at him go. That is pretty impressive. So, if that knockout is taken, I can take the knockout with Garchomp. It's not like the prettiest knockout, but, you know, I can do it because I can do 140 damage. So, that's fine. Then I could also Bruno. So Bruno's probably the stronger card to play here. Because I want to find some good cards. You feel me? Good cards are good. Now I could Korrina. And the benefit of Korrina is that I could get myself Verseeker, which would guarantee myself Raihan next turn. Which would guarantee myself an attack. But I don't want a Raihan next turn necessarily. I mean, Buzzwole would be... I could Raihan for an energy on a Buzzwole, attached to Primeape. And then get a Muscle Band to take a knockout on whoever I need to knock out. Which is like pretty good. And then Bruno for Bruno for, yeah, that's like a pretty good play. I don't mind that. That seems fine. All right, because it's a guaranteed route. So we take the Verse Seeker, and there's like no Pokemon left in this deck. There's Donphan and Drilbur. I'll take Drilbur because I've got Excadrill in my hand, so that's cool. And then we're gonna slap the basic fighting onto the Garchomp over here, and then Premonition, and don't need Donphan right now, and Overslice, and we're gonna discard the basic fighting to take the knockout on this route. So this is a good spot for me to be in, because even though I'm up 3-5, the toughest thing about the fighting deck is keeping that momentum going in the back 9, right? In the front 9, we're always there. It's all gas all the time. The back 9, things can get a little sus. So next turn, the reason why I Korrina for the Versus Seeker is because I'm mapping out my final 3 prizes. So we know that this is going to take a knockout on my Garchomp. I got to start actually calling it its real name, because I'm just going to start messing up, especially like, you know, especially when working for Pokemon. I'll call it Garchomp on stream. Cool. So we got Excadrill, and now I can guarantee take the response knockout with Primeape. Oh no, that's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to Buzzwole. All right, it's cool. Yeah, I wanted to. Dang it. All right. See, I got ahead of myself. What I wanted to do is promote the Buzzwole and take that knockout that way, and then Primeape the following turn. Man, I was doing so good. All right, it's fine though. So we can. I have Guzma in my discard pile. I could Guzma something. It's fine. Let's just do this. We're here. But this is unfortunate. So we're going to grab Raihan. Okay. And then I can Raihan to the active. And then Beast Ring to the Stakataka. Yeah, we're going to do that. So I meant to promote the Buzzwole and attack with the Buzzwole this turn. But that's fine. Because I could have, instead of getting the Beast Ring here, I could have gotten the Muscle Band. Now, it is like, it's fine, you know. It's fine the way that I've done this. It could have been better, but it's fine. It's certainly not the end of the world. And then Rescue Stretcher doesn't really need to be played right now. Premonition, Heavy Ball, and Field Blower. We'll do that. Okay. And then I can Steam in Mad Strike, which will do 150 damage, take the knockout, go to 2 prizes remaining. And then got another Fighting Energy. It's great. Stakataka can do its top-down attack for 110. I think this thing's got 110 hit points. Great. What's really cool about Gym Leader Challenge format is that you can play both Shining Genesect and Genesect in the same deck. Right? Because they have technically different names. And since it is a singleton format, you can only play one of each card with the same name. But Shining Genesect and Genesect are different Pokemon, technically. So, I love that. I think that that's so cool. It's like one of my favorite things. You got a Genesect and a Shining Genesect. They're not the same Pokemon. You could play in standard format, if they were both standard legal. In expanded format, you could play 4 Genesect and 4 Shining Genesect in your deck if you wanted to. It's the same reason you could play 4 Inteleon V and 4 regular Inteleon, or 4 Rapid Strike Inteleon. It's also really significant that Rapid Strike Inteleon does not have the name Rapid Strike Inteleon. It just is an Inteleon with the Rapid Strike tag on it, which is, you know, super relevant. Now, this Gaia Blaster attack does cost 4 energy, but with Venusaur in play, each of those grass energy is getting doubled up, so it's not a problem. 3 prizes left. This thing's got 110 hit points. I'm going to go in with my Stakataka and use the counter energy, I believe. I don't think... Yeah, this is all fine. Got Donphans, check the deck real quick. Basically, just need to be able to finish this game off with an energy and the Excadrill. So Bruno, see some more cards. Nice. Want to slap this down. Put this down here. And then don't really want to burn any of these cards. That's fine. We'll Premonition. Bird Keeper on the top. And then go for top down for 110 damage. And since my opponent has 3 prizes left, Stakataka has a massive 200 hit points. Finally find that Phanpy. And then Pokel Hype is saying, you've got game next turn. Well, unless you could do something about it. You got N. You could end me out of the energy. Or Marnie me out of the energy. Or Skull Grunt me out of the energy. Right? Or play down a Cape of Toughness, which would be kind of poggers, right? Cape of Toughness would do it. There's a lot of different things that could happen, right? To keep me from taking that final prize. I do think that the B string is really important. The Stakataka has been very good. And it looks like this is probably just going to be game. Shining Genesect can take the knockout with Gaia Blaster because of Venusaur's Jungle Totem. And the fact that Stakataka is weak to grass. I've got the Excadrill. And we can drill Bazooka. But I want to see if I can do the 11th hour tackle. That could be a pretty funny finale. I don't think it's possible, but yeah, we'll see. Escape Rope, Venusaur. I can't knock out the Venusaur, to be fair. If the Venusaur is who you're leaving active. And I don't know that there's going to be any way that Pokel Hype can really play out of this with me just having a single prize left. I mean, the Rillaboom, I can't knock out the Rillaboom in one hit, or the Venusaur. So both of these are valid attackers that go for the 11th hour tackle. I'm trying. I don't think I can get there, though. And Juniper, we're like very close, right? 5 cards left in deck. Yeah, I'm not quite there. But I've got the Escape Rope. So that's fine. We can just retreat. And just leave it as is. Field blower these guys. And top down. Even so, I think that, you know, if Pokel had maybe attacked with the Rillaboom last turn or this Venusaur, it still would have been maybe a 2-for-1, right? And I have boss in deck. And a 2-for-1 still isn't going to win Pokel the game because I've only got 1 prize left and they've got 3. So it was not going to quite be enough there, unfortunately. I didn't Premonition. We're just at the end of the game. Guzma can knock out my Excadrill. I mean, so this was the correct play for Pokel at this point. right? Because the Excadrill is really the only attacker that can guaranteed take a knockout on the Shining Genesect. So to try and buy one turn was definitely correct. And just hope that I don't have boss, but I do. So that is going to be GG's Stakataka closing things out. GG's Pokel Hype. The fighting deck. I do think that the Stakataka B-string play, like, that's good. So we probably want to figure out a way to do that consistently. Which means not milling it. So I'm going to need to not do that. Cool. Yoshi did, I see, finish on top of a tournament online. Amy's tournament with the Fire Gym Leader deck. So that has been very cool. So Laz will start. Cool. It looks like I'm going to be throwing this all to the bottom of the deck. And drawn into some other cards. It's fine. Drilbur. And nothing like a turn 1 Sledgehammer for 30. Seems good. Pokemon Communication. It's not a card I see every day. Some people love Pokemon Communication. Others do not love Pokemon Communication. That's for sure. There are people on both sides of that argument. I am not the biggest Pokecom fan. I will sooner play Ultra Ball, and I know there's a lot of people who don't like Ultra Ball in Gym Leader Challenge formats because Ultra Ball requires that you discard 2 cards. Can be tough. Now, I am going to need to draw out of this because in a tough hand right now. Fire is a deck that I feel like should be like great because it's got so many draw options in it. But Fire is a deck that I feel like it just needs like an all-star attacker or 2. Nice. We've got a solid hand now. Excadrill. I said I don't want to lead Excadrill, but you know, we'll do what we gotta do. I do like having a Lunatone down, Brooklet Hill. Combustion for 60. Bro, he's getting in there. Lunatone, Brooklet Hill. Brooklet Hill. We're going to take a look at the deck. We got Gible. We got Phanpy. Barboach. Stakataka. Garchomp is in the deck. Whiscash is in the deck. Donphan is not in the deck. That's fine. We'll put Gible down. And another 60 damage from Salazzle. I'm not getting knocked out. Could be possible for me to swing around. The odds of me finding a switch card off this Colress are not super high. If I attach the muscle band, though, I'm doing 50. That doesn't even make a difference. Yes, it does. Yeah. So I could do that, and then I'm doing 50. Which is fine. Then I could get my attachment elsewhere. Oh, so this thing's got... Yeah, but that's added into the equation. It's got 90 hit points left. So it would make a difference. Yeah, so we'll attach this here. And we'll attach the energy to Gible. And then Colress. Cool. Nest Ball. Great. Just looking for more guys. Barboach. I got Whiscash in the deck. It's in my hand right here. Premonition. Korrina seems really good. My Donphan's prized, so not terribly concerned about getting Phanpy out immediately. And then let's just Sledgehammer. Now, Korrina is good, but we don't have a card that searches out an energy right now, which would be great because the fighting deck definitely does want to attach an energy every turn, which is solid. If we can do that, so that we can kind of like get our 2 energy guys activated as quickly as possible, like Whiscash and Garchomp, who are kind of like my favorite fighting attackers. Donphan, Excadrill. Excadrill is just so tough. I feel like he's best at the end of the game if you can actually get down to, like, you know, if you can actually get down to the point where you're using 11th hour tackle, then you're probably drawing the gas with your fighting deck, that's for sure. Now, Yoshi has got Salazzle and Magcargo. The Magic Duo can allow you to stack your deck, you know, and put whatever you want on top, and then draw into it, which is beautiful, right? I expect that Yoshi probably is going to be going for another attacker or something, considering that, you know, attacking with combustion is probably not the ideal situation. And here comes Reshiram, the beautiful Legendary Treasures artwork. Love that card. The Muscle Band could have taken the knockouts on my Buzzwole. Ooh, Gible going down. That stings. I don't love that. I was working on him. All right, that's fine. Put the that guy up. Karate Belts. Brooklet Hill. 5 prizes now. We'll put down the Phanpy, just in case I pull the... I will put down this guy. That's fine. And then Korrina can get me a Rescue Stretcher to put the Gible back, but I'd rather get try and hit an energy or something like that. Seems good. So let's put the Karate Belts down on the Whiscash just in case. And then we'll Tate Liza to shuffle draw 5. Did not find an energy, unfortunately, which definitely hurts. Okay. Get these guys out of the deck. Just all these guys out of the deck. Is Rescue Stretcher in here? It is. Super Rod's in there too. Okay. And then Premonition, Teammates, and Level Ball. And at least I'm taking a knockout, but would rather have gotten an energy drop. And there is Donphan. I knew I was going to be pulling the Donphan. I knew it. I could feel it. I was like, we should put down Phanpy here. It's cool. We're at least taking a knockout. This thing can do 40 damage with Outrage. Could Welder, right? With Magcargo, maybe that, you know, could happen. But without Salazzle, I'm not sure that Yoshi's going to have a way to easily draw into what he stacks with Smooth Over. So I may have another turn with this Buzzwole in the active, which means that I will have an opportunity to, you know, kind of get my hand in a better position. Now, with all these evolutions in my hand, I don't... Oh, Blacksmith. Dang, he's got it. Okay, never mind. This Buzzwole's going down. Now, I know I'm top decking Teammates, and since Reshiram is taking the knockout, Yoshi's going to go to 4. I could, yeah, go Whiscash now, which is really good. Okay. So we'll do this. Teammates off the top. We know that already. So let's Teammates. We can just get 1 fighting energy. Will allow me to take the knockouts. And then I've already got the whole Garchomp line in my hand. So let's just do it. Get the stone fighting energy, just make this guy huge. And then, do I have any other supporters? I do. Yeah, so I should be fine. Okay, let's do that. Stone fighting energy. Rescue Stretcher. We'll put those guys back into the deck. That's fine. Brooklet Hill. Grab Gible. I think Donphan could be good too, though. Now that I've got, you know, I mean, I've got the Donphan right here in my hand, which could be solid. Yeah, he's just going to be easier to get into play. So that's fine. And then we just need to Premonition. Level ball off the top. That's cool. Boss off the top is also very good. Yeah, level ball would have been better. Because I forgot I will not be able to attack back-to-back turns because of the Karate Belt. It's going to get turned off. But that's fine. Maybe we pull an energy here. Beast Ring is like very good though, so we definitely don't mind that. We can get the Stakataka built up. Should be great. Oh, the Rapidash. I know Yoshi loves the Rapidash. Got some theme deck vibes. With the agility Rapidash, if you're able to flip heads, it's invincible. It does like 80 damage. Oh no, and now I'm getting end. This is fighting's worst nightmare. That's why you need to play like a million supporters in this deck. Because nobody likes getting end. You just have to like draw into a supporter off the end. Every time. It's very important. It looks like Yoshi's kind of scrambling to get a backup attacker established. You know, we saw that Reshiram just go down so quickly thanks to the Karate Belt, giving me that opportunity to kind of smack back with Whiscash. Whiscash, having that base 140 is so good. There's not a lot of Pokemon in the fire deck and the fighting deck that have a base 140 attack. Yo, what's up, Aspie Cat? How you doing? And the dream is to definitely get the Delphox set up, right? Then you can stack whatever you want on top of your deck with Smooth Over, and then Delphox and draw into those cards. It is crazy how much of this game has progressed. You know, even though we both have 4 prizes left to take. It looks like the Ponyta might just be getting sacked while Yoshi tries to maybe build up like Growlithe or something like that. I suspect maybe Arcanine will be Yoshi's next attacker. And ooh, looking like Fennekin getting the energy. Okay, Verse Seeker gives me some options. Guzma also good, but I don't have any energy in my deck, so I think I'm just going to just Colress actually. Yeah, Colress for 8 seems better, so let's do that. Just looking for an energy draw off of this. And we do find energy, which is great. Oh, I could Scorched Earth. That's gnarly. Energy. Level Ball. I'll grab the Gabite. Premonition. We could put Korrina on top. And with Korrina on top, I'll be able to Rare Candy into Garchomp. It's cool. And Earthquake for 140 damage. We are, you know, really going down on our bench guys, but that's fine. We're totally chilling. Small price to pay. Now that is one of the tough things about really leading into, you know, Whiscash and Donphan, is that you're making all of your Pokemon relatively easy to knock out for the remainder of the game. Right? I mean, like, Stakataka, one of his coolest things is he's got, like, 200 HP at the end of the game. But if you've been damaging your own guys the whole game, they're not going to beat. It's really tough to, like, sprint to the, you know, sprint to the front of a match. Kiawe, wow. To the Arcanine in Gym Leader Challenge and then hold that lead. Okay, Evosoda can go get me Donphan. And then Korrina can get me this and that. B-String. Throw 2 energy onto the Stakataka. Rare Candy into Garchomp over here. And then attach the counter energy to the Garchomp and can pay the colorless attack cost of that premonition. Get the strong energy on top. And we actually, I think that the B-String really makes all the difference. You know, just being able to set up that one last attacker is huge in the fighting deck. And being able to just finish off the game. I mean, that's something we've been so far ahead, and just kind of running out of steam at the very end has been tough. But yeah, Stack Attack is great. I haven't really missed the... I guess if I were to include any of the fossil guys, I think the fossil guy that I really miss is probably what, Craniados? Is that who I'm thinking? Craniados, probably. Rampardos? That's it. Rampardos. Yeah, Craniados Senior. The bigger one, you know what I mean? Yeah, that dude's a tank. Tyrantrum. That's it. Am I... Yeah, Tyrantrum. Craniados Senior. Yeah, Tyrantrum, right? Is that the one I'm thinking of? Who did I say? Rampardos? I meant Tyrantrum. Thanks, guys. Yeah. Tyrantrum. He's a broken card. Thank you, Ninja Pengui, for the Prime sub in the 4 months. Tyrantrum is Tyrant Senior. You know what I mean. But Rampros does evolve from Craniados, right? Yeah. That guy. I'm talking about, yeah. I'm talking about, I don't know what I'm talking about, frankly. Okay. This is cool. 3 or few prizes. This thing's going to have 200 hit points. Pretty cool. Bruno. I can just take the knockout with Garchomp. Probably want to go in with somebody. Yeah, Bird Keeper just draws cards. So let's just do that because we can keep the hand real nice. Because this hand is insane. And then that way I can just attach that energy there and I don't need to commit my strong yet, which I don't want to do. Okay, we'll get these guys. And then give them the top down. And see how many cards we mill. 1. Yeah. It was a blacksmith, though. Oh, I think that's, you know, Yoshi probably stacked that. Thank you, Nugs, for the Prime sub in the 9 months. Nothing like a Twitch baby. Thank you, Ubiquitous Nugs, for the continued support. I know, top down does sound aggressive, doesn't it? Look at the Stack Attack. An absolute unit amongst units. That's for sure. Alright, we got Zenviers is on the list next, and Stellar Wish Gaming, and then Carbink. We got Zenviers is up to bat. Stellar Wish Gaming is on deck. And Carbink is in the hole. You like those baseball references, chat? We got any baseball fans in the chat? I know I got some baseball fans in the chat because the Tricky Gym chat trends older. You know. Audio freak. I know. I'm from Baltimore, so I'm an Orioles fan as well. But being an Orioles fan has been kind of hard the last few years. That being said, my dad was an Orioles fan growing up. Is still an Orioles fan. And let's see, 110, 120. And do I have muscle band in the deck? No. I can't just retreat. So it's not GG's yet. Right? I'm just trying to see if there's a way I could win this turn. Nothing real good over there. I don't really think that there's anything that I need to do. We'll just top down. But it's kind of like cricket. I don't really know much about cricket other than I think you hit a ball with like a paddle looking thing. But yeah, I actually met Cal. I met Cal Ripken. I used to valet cars at the nicest restaurant in Baltimore. And I valeted Cal Ripken's car like multiple times, like twice, I think. Once. He used to come into the restaurant fairly often, but I valeted his car once, and he was very nice. Yes, for sure. So, yeah, Cal Ripken's the GOAT for sure. Just a great guy. Like, definitely the kind of person you want as, like, your role model for what a model athlete, you know, should be. Oh, it was a very modest car. It was a Suburban or something. It was a Suburban. Yeah. And I did not drive his car. When someone famous comes to the restaurant, you simply leave the car in the valet lane. You know. And Mr. Ripken, like, walked up to me. He's like, you know, and handed me the keys. I said, "Good evening, Mr. Ripken." And he said, "Do I need a ticket or something?" And I was like, "Nah, you're good, Cal. Go ahead and you're good. I'll remember which cars is yours, man. You head on it." Yeah. You don't need a ticket, bro. Yeah, I got you. Yeah. And that about does it for the Busted Fighting Type Gym Leader Challenge deck. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you liked the video, make sure to subscribe to the channel. One day, we're going to hit 100,000 subs here on Tricky Gym, and it's all going to be because of you. So thank you so much for your help, and thank you for watching. Y'all have a busted day. Peace.